You continue your game with e4, your opponent respond with e5, and you all think to play knight f3 in this position for attacking this pawn. Now you all are bored of this opening. Well, so today I'm going to share another opening, and that's the most interesting one, the Vienna game. What you do, you directly support the center instead of attacking it, like knight f3. Now over here, this is one of the powerful openings as whites, and you can learn them to defeat many of your opponents. Over here, the most common response is knight f6, and then you play f4. Now this is the Vienna Gambit. Okay, once you play f4, this is the Vienna Gambit. What's the main idea? The idea is that if black will take it, then the center is yours. And believe me, over here, many of the players they may take that pawn. They think that they are winning the game because this king's diagonal is open, but actually that's not true. Anyways, after he accepted, then this is the Vienna Gambit accepted line. What you do, you simply play e5 and attack your opponent's knight. Your opponent's knight cannot jump in any of the highlighted squares, so the best option is knight to g8. And then you can observe the queen x4 check. This is going to be a wonderful threat against you. So you have to play knight f3, support the center and block the queen from coming. Okay, now over here, black continues with d6. D6 is the most common played move and one of the attacking options from black. With this, he focused on bishop g4. He'll try to create a pin along with queen x4 check. So this is going to be one of the powerful attacks against you. So what you have to do over here, you have to chill and you have to directly play d4. Now this is one of the developing moves. How? The bishop over here is focusing on attacking the f4 pawn. This is one of the developing moves. Also, you are adding some support at the center. So you can say that d4 is the very good move. Over here, if black takes the pawn, you don't have to touch the pawn. Don't take it from the pawn or the knight. Instead, develop your pieces by taking bishop to b5 check. It does not matter if you block with the pawn, because you can easily play bishop c4 and attack this diagonal. Over here, if he becomes greedy and take your pawn, like taking the central pawn, and actually it is a good move. He must take that because he is increasing the control at the center. So if he take, then you can observe this weak pawn. You can simply grab it. You all may say, "What are you doing, man? You are sacrificing the knight." Actually, yes, that's a part of our plan. If your opponent becomes greedy and grab the knight, then he is going to lose the game. Because you have the stunning, brilliant bishop sacrifice. Over here, if the king take queen, and you can easily crush your opponent. This is the 10th move of the game, and you crushed your opponent's queen. So on, if your opponent denies and play king to e7, then what you can do? Okay, so over here, the most common mistake that many of the players do, they play bishop g5 check. They think that this is a threat. No, man, the knight can come in between and your plan is crushed. So before that happens to you, I must respond to you that please play queen e2 check. If your opponent grab the bishop, then you can play knight e5. After knight e5, now black has a lot of options. Black can play king in any of these four options. I consider that all these three options are going to have a same outcome. Suppose king comes here, then you can go with knight takes c6. It is same. If you play king there, still you can play knight takes c6, win the queen. If you play king here, still you have knight takes c6, win the queen. Now if you play king f6, then what you do? Then you have to sacrifice your bishop. If he is going to ignore, then you can grab the queen like this. But if he accepts it, then you have a fork and you can easily win the queen in the next move. Now you can observe that the king is over here. He is going to make another move. You will take the queen. And this is going to be so easy for you to hunt this king. So let's go back and have another variation on the board. And this time I have some tricky variation. Over here, instead of knight g8, what if your opponent play queen e7? Now he is trying to be smart. He is trying to crush you by playing queen e7. What can you do now? So you go with queen e2. This is simple. You are declining the pin. Now he has to move the knight. So he'll move the knight to g8. You'll develop your knight because you have to block this queen check. Okay. So d6 will be played, and then you can continue with. Now over here d6 you can play d4. That's your call. Otherwise, I have a very stunning move. Knight to d5. Over here, if the queen comes to e6, then knight take pawn and easily win the queen. But if your opponent play queen e7 or queen d7, then you can go with e take d6. This is a check. If your opponent plays some moves like bishop e7 or knight e7, you can grab it. If the king moves, then t takes e7. Over here, queen takes e7 is first, and then you can take the queen. So let's go back and have another variation. And this time, if your opponent, over here, what you have to do, the most stunning move is knight takes c7. You have to sacrifice your knight. If your opponent take, then pawn take, and you are going to win the queen. He'll try queen e7 for protecting the check. You can easily grab it. So that's going to be an easy win for you. Now let's go back. Instead of d6, he can try something else, like knight c6. Now it is queen and the knight. Both are attacking the pawn. What can you do? So over here you simply play d4 and support this pawn. Over here you are developing your pieces also. So once again your opponent play d6 is the most common move. You can play knight e5. You play queen d7. Then that's going to be the same trap like you played. Over here, you can easily win the queen in the next move. So these were the traps which you can try in the Vienna Gambit Accepted line. If this video get 100 likes, I'll show you another video showing Vienna Gambit decline variation. What if he declines it and plays some moves like d5, d6? I'll show a lot of traps in that. Anyways, keep watching the Kings of Chess and thanks for watching.